Yo, what's going on, faithfuls? And we're live on all major platforms: YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch and Facebook. All right, and we're back with a fun-filled episode of the Red and Gold 24/7. All right, and of course we have all the beautiful things that are coming up to our show. And of course, if you're first time here, please hit the like subscribe button and turn on all notifications. All right. So, introduce me and my guys. Of course, me and the fellas. I'm your guy Ryan. And over here, got Coach Ron on the other side. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Anybody wants to be like Mike? And of course, Money Mav. And of course, over there, TJ. What's on,
Go
fellas?
Avs.
What's going on? The GM Mikey, here you go. I forgot to say it, man. I'm sorry. My bad. My first time saying that's why. Sorry. So, yeah. Got that news going over, of course. And I don't know if you guys want to discuss her or not. It's up to you. But what do you think about the Deshaun Watson shit going on?
Who wants to take this, me or Mike?
Don't matter. Go ahead.
What was the question again?
Deshaun Watson. What's going on with him?
Dude, seriously?
I knew I had a feeling you didn't want to talk about that.
I honestly, lifetime ban. That's how I feel about it.
I'm with Mike.
It just keeps getting worse. And it's his. I watched his press conference because I was curious to see how he was going to answer questions. And just reading between the lines, like the biggest one that got to me was when they asked him that if he is so innocent, is he considering filing a countersuit for defamation? And he gave a BS politically correct answer, but reading between the lines, he's not going to do it. So if he's so innocent, yeah, you would do that. You want to defend your name? Yeah, go back after him. You show people you can't do this. So if he doesn't plan on countersuing, that to me is his
Yeah, I just think the number of accusers is just staggering. And, my personal belief is, I believe the victims. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But, I can see holding off judgment if there's, one or two accusations. But, we're at 26 now. And then there was that report that said that in 6 months he got in touch with 67 masseuse. It really reminds me of the Darren Sharper situation where at the end of the day when you saw everything is wow, that dude was a monster. So yeah, I mean, I guess this is all allegedly. Probably don't want to get sued or anything, so we should say allegedly, but it doesn't look good.
Allegedly. But at that point, another reporter also asked him straight up, why should we believe your word against dozens of other women? It's your word against dozens of other people. And he just keeps going back to that answer of he's never disrespected, he's never abused, he's never assaulted. I would like someone to ask him what's his definition of all these things, because it's obviously different than the rest of the human race.
Yeah, and I think my problem is him speaking in absolutes like that. It's just come on, we're all men. We've all made mistakes and have disrespected, our mothers or a wife, girl. For him to be like, oh, I've never stepped out of line with a woman. Come on, dude. We've all made mistakes.
I haven't been following it at all. I'm just waiting to get the final results on everything to see what happens before I just go ahead and start throwing down the hammer. But I mean, I guess I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with Deshaun Watson's background, so I'm not gonna speak on it like just another black man coming from the hood, blah blah blah. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna first look at him like a human being. But it's just something about the whole case that's just fishy to me. Like I said before, the man wanted out, and all of a sudden, all these allegations are coming up against him. Why couldn't they come out before? Why couldn't somebody step up before? But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I'm just waiting for everything to be done with, because I mean, you could ask him all the questions you want to, but his legal team might be telling him not to answer.
Mhm.
So anything he says right now will incriminate him. So I mean, I respect him for not saying anything too much. Just keep your mouth shut. Just keep doing what you're doing and flying under the radar whatsoever. But I mean, I agree with you guys. Who's going to believe you if who's going to believe just one person against dozens? That's where it's kind of hard for him. All these women are coming out saying the same exact story, but what is the definition of the assault? Did he put his hands on them? Did he just touch them? Is that considered an assault? You know, or did he verbally said anything? Would that be considered an assault? I mean,
The way I look at it is there's people that have come forward as well that are not being part of the lawsuit, that have just given their experiences with him, and they have come out and said that they've just let him do things because they don't know how to say no to him, because he's this man in power, and they don't want to, I don't know, lose their position of what they're doing. So it's just, I think he's just, I mean, it is all allegations. I get it. But
yeah, it's a lot of cards being played against him right now. I mean,
it's where there's smoke, there's fire.
of course.
You know? I mean, who knows why this all started to come out, if there was other things that kind of led to it. But the fact is, we're to this point where every couple weeks now, we get a couple more that keep getting added. And now you got the New York Post or New York Times doing their own private investigation. And they're finding out that he was handing out NDAs, and the Texans were involved in having it all set up at this high-end club or sports club, and it's bad. And now it's looking like the Texans are going to be part of the lawsuit. So
They have to be. I mean, they should have been to begin with.
that kind of shows that the Texans probably weren't involved in leaking this, because now they're part of it. Now they're going to be part of the lawsuit, and that just shows that they probably weren't the ones that started whatever this was. But it's just bad. It's bad look on the NFL. That's the thing that gets me the most, is they have just been silent. Everything's pending. We're still investigating. Like, what are you investigating? Like, you've interviewed these women. Like, just make the call, because this is a joke. If he gets to play this year, it's going to be a super bad look, and there's going to be a lot of people that are protesting it. But I think the Browns are going to have a hard time selling tickets.
I mean, I don't think he played this year.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
Even if he did come out on top with the whole lawsuit or whatever and gets cleared, you just can't let him play. You got to let things die out. But at the same time, you did pay him all that damn money though, so you got to figure something out.
Well, that's the Browns' fault. The Browns look so horrible in this. I mean, you look back at the timeline, and the day before they signed him officially, they were told, "You guys are out. He doesn't want to play for you. You're out." So what they do? They went the desperate move. They didn't do their own investigation. They didn't look into this. They went and offered this guy the most guaranteed money that's been offered to any other football player, and that's the only reason he's on this team.
And see, and that's another reason that makes me believe that there's something more to the case. I mean, if I'm an organization like the Browns, why am I gonna make all that guaranteed money and just hand it over to somebody who's going through some case trials right now?
Because they're the Browns and they're desperate, and
Yeah, because they're a terrible franchise.
They
That's
don't
why
know
they make the move.
they don't know what they're doing, and I really think that the only reason they did what they did was out of pure desperation. They were so desperate.
Yeah,
I don't think they don't know anything we don't know. I just think they went for the Hail Mary, they got him, and now they're probably starting to regret that decision.
yeah,
Because
because
they're going to go into week 1 on their third string quarterback. Mark my words.
yeah, because it even came out that they didn't talk to the lawyer. They didn't talk to any of the they did zero research. They basically, in layman's terms, they basically went to Deshaun and was just like, so there's this stuff in there. Tell us what's going on. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, cool. We're good with it.
Yeah, here's $230 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you think, Ron?
I'm waiting for it.
mean, it's got to happen for training camp. That's what everything keeps saying is before training camp. So we're probably a few weeks out from finding out here.
Sure, I think it drags out all year.
Well, I
most
think
of
that will, but something they either have to, one, suspend him, or two, he needs to be on the commissioner's exempt list until this all plays out.
I think that's what's going to end up happening. I believe.
But what sucks is if he's on the exempt list, he's still going to get paid. So guy gets his money. I mean, yeah, he's going to get his money and just be sitting there to.
I mean, either way it goes, the Browns got to make do with that money. So if he gets paid early, let it happen. Get rid of some of that cash. If you got to trade him off on the back end, I'm pretty sure you can do it. Either way it goes, he'll still be in your pocket. So it doesn't even matter at that point when it comes to the payday.
The Browns just killed their franchise for another 10 years.
I mean, that's fine by that, because I mean, all we're doing is just keep building us for another 10 years.
Yeah, Melissa has a good point there. Moving on from Baker because they want an adult. Deshaun Watson is the opposite.
Okay, Melissa.
I don't know though, Melissa. I really feel like it's the Houston Texans that are acting like kids right now. I want out. No, you're not. You're not going anywhere. I'm gonna just ruin your life.
Bro, there's so many parts of the story that you can just dissect and talk about. It's crazy to me. The more I hear about it, the more I'm like, wow.
It's gonna make a great movie. It's gonna make a great movie.
Yeah.
So
everybody, it's like
I know we've all thrown it out there that with all this going on, that the Browns may be a landing spot for Jimmy now. Could they afford him? Say you've got Watson on the thing. Say you can't get rid of Mayfield. With all the cap, they couldn't even get Jimmy.
Hold on a second. I'm not familiar with the Trevor Bauer situation. What happened? Anybody familiar with it?
Is he the baseball player for the
the Dodgers pitcher?
Oh, yeah. So he just got super aggressive and he beat people up during.
Was he when he was in Minnesota? Wasn't he?
No, he's Dodgers.
Was it always Dodgers?
He came from Cleveland.
That's it.
Cleveland, that's right. Okay.
But yeah, he's the Major League Baseball suspended him for 2 years without pay.
Damn.
Yeah, Bauer seems like a douche too.
Yeah,
bro. Those numbers make my head hurt right now. Like
the Browns are just wasting money right now.
You know, look, those numbers look like that math problem you just don't even want to solve. Like, look, I'm just gonna go get high for this.
Gonna go do some whippets.
Here's the thing.
Mav knows what's up.
I know. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought now. Analysts are talking about we're most likely going to release Jimmy. They're going to release Baker. Are they going to really release Baker when they got to pay him $18 million? For us, there's no hit. He's not guaranteed anything right now. But releasing Baker, you still got to pay the guy $18 million.
But dude, you got to do away with one of them, bro. You cannot be paying both.
No, I agree, but I mean, I don't know that whole situation.
Wait, hold on. Isn't Nick Chubb up for a contract soon?
Yeah, that's like that time frame sounds about right.
Oh my god!
I don't think they got the money to pay him.
And he wasn't a first rounder either, so
no. And who else they got on that? Who's their receivers?
They got Amari Cooper over there.
And they just paid him, didn't they?
And they traded like a second for him or something too.
Dude, where are the Browns getting all this money from?
Well, actually, no. Chubb got extended last year. He's with them.
Did he? Okay.
That's what I thought. I thought he had already signed a contract.
Yeah, he's with them through 2024. Dude, the Browns just shot themselves in the foot. This was the dumbest decision.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Mayfield fan by any means, but yeah, they just went about this the worst way, and I really hope that Baker sticks it to them because I think Cleveland is stupid enough to think that they can go crawling back to Baker and be like, "Hey, man, can you play this season since Deshaun can't?"
I don't think that's gonna happen though, man. I don't even think they want to show their face like that.
Okay, say it comes out tomorrow. He's suspended for 2 years. What does Cleveland do?
They don't go back to Baker. They go to somewhere else.
It's Brissett.
Jimmy.
I think that's who they brought in, Brissett.
He said Jimmy.
But I never really thought about the Jimmy move until I think Ron brought it up in the group chat, and I was like, damn, that's a pretty good fit for Jimmy.
I mean, they would have to get rid of. They would have to trade Baker first because they can't cut him because they still got to pay him $18 million. So they're not going to cut Baker to pay him $18 million and then pick up Jimmy and pay him whatever they negotiate.
25.
Yeah,
Let's do.
Whoever gets Jimmy's not paying him 25 this year. It's going to get renegotiated for 2 to 3 years, and he's probably going to get 12 to 15 a year.
Let's do a 3-team trade where we trade Jimmy to Cleveland. Cleveland trades Baker to Carolina, and then we get Brian Burns.
There you go.
Maybe we have to give up a second-round pick or something. I mean, it'll never happen, but
I think the Mayfield to Carolina thing is dead.
Right now with
the money.
Right now with the fact that we're still trying to trade Jimmy, we'll be lucky to get a late second, early third.
I think I called it where I said we'd be looking at the 5th or 6th if we got anything for him.
Is there a chance we even trade him at this point, or are we cutting him?
I thought we was about to cut him, but it seems like we're still trying to trade him.
I think we'll still try until probably a week before training camp. I think they're waiting for him to be able to throw a football and seeing if any team is going to bite at that point.
And you know what? Like, Jimmy kind of gave us the short end, gave us the shaft with this delayed surgery. But, man, you know, we talk about it not working out for San Francisco. It's not really going to work out for him because, okay, we cut him. How many spots are there? Carolina, maybe Cleveland. I mean, there's nothing.
His agent thought that they were screwing us, but they screwed themselves by just killing his market.
And not just for this year, neither, or next year, but for the future of his football career.
I mean, wherever he goes, he's going to have to prove himself. Because I say if we cut him, someone's going to pick him up. There's teams out there that do need a quarterback. They're going to wait for us to cut him and go give him a 2-year deal and pay him whatever. And he's got to prove himself, and he's going to suck. And he might not. He might do okay, but
right, because the QB landscape now may not be the same QB landscape like 2 months from now. So it's
we don't. Someone can get hurt. We don't know what's going to happen in the next month.
I mean, let's not forget that. I mean, this is really what he wanted was to get released. It seems like so he can still control where he goes. Don't forget about Seattle too. I mean, they may be in play. I don't know. You never know. But yeah,
I think Seattle's more likely the landing spot for Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, surely Seattle's got a plan B because that's a terrible quarterback situation.
Because there's no way that Locke or Geno is their plan. It just makes no sense.
I mean, as a Niner fan, go for it. But
did you imagine Jimmy going to Seattle?
Dude, I would love it. I would love
that.
I want to see Bosa tear Jimmy up.
I want that.
What if Jimmy goes to Seattle and says, I'm going to stick it to these 49ers for treating me like
I was going to say, I could see him having that mindset. Like, I'm going to Seattle now. Now I'm going to stick it to them.
Yep, 2 times a year. We have their numbers. I'm on this side now.
Yeah, most likely he'll stub his toe and not be able to play for 4 weeks.
Dude, now I'm looking at this draft class for quarterbacks next year, right?
Next year's legit.
Well, I'm looking at first overall pick, and then third, then top 10,
I really think Seattle's playing for quarterback next year.
Dude, top 15. Dude, there's quarterbacks coming out next year. It all depends on how they play this year.
Well, I know two for a fact that are like already 1 and 2, like just already put it on paper. Is Ohio State and Alabama's kid, Bryce Young, and what's the Ohio State QB's name? I forget his name.
Well, I don't see him on here yet. Only person.
You don't see Bryce Young on there?
I mean, I see Bryce Young, but Ohio State, no. Who's number one? The number one draft pick overall is Will Levis, Levis from Kentucky.
Yeah, CJ Stroud, top
Is that
QB.
Ohio State? CJ Stroud?
Nah, that's Oklahoma, ain't it? One of them just left and went to USC, followed the head coach.
Nah, CJ Stroud is a QB for Ohio State.
Is it Ohio State?
Yep, and
Who was in Oklahoma?
I know who you're talking about, Mav, but I can't think of his name.
Williams just took off to USC. So
Caleb,
I don't.
Is it Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams, yeah.
Okay.
He followed what is it, Lincoln Riley over to USC.
Yeah. How you guys feel about the what's his name? Phil Yurkovich from Boston College.
I'm honestly not paying attention to college.
I mean the quarterbacks though.
We're
Yeah.
fine. I pay attention to it when we need players.
What were we even talking about anyway? I think we're going on.
We're just talking about the quarterback market for Jimmy in the next 2 years. I mean, it got some so far it looks strong.
I think
But-
within the next 4 years, Jimmy's going to be on commentary somewhere.
I think he becomes a porn star that we all say he is.
He's not. He just likes to mess with the porn stars. He doesn't need to be a porn star.
So on that subject, are we done with talk about that now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Throw the next one at us, Ryan.
Yeah.
Fabio Garoppolo.
I'm not gonna say nothing else about Fabio Garoppolo. Nope, I'm done with him.
I can't believe it's not butter.
He did good for us. He did bad. He's fine. Moving
I
on.
know I watched Chat Sports, and they gave us the 4 winners of the OTAs. I don't know if you guys agree with it or not, but I know for a fact that JJ, Huff, who else was there? Trey, and I forget who the 4th guy was. They were all winners because they showed their stuff, I should say. So, do you guys agree with that? For that lineup?
Who were the other players?
Yeah,
Trey?
bet players. Yeah, bet players. Yeah,
Who
in
were the winners?
OTAs. Who shined very good in OTAs.
And who did they say were the winners?
He said Trey, JJ, Huff.
And there was one more. I forget who the hell it was now. Damn it! I had a brain fart. I think it was Trey Jackson. Trey
JJ,
Jackson.
Huff,
Trey Jackson was the other one. Sorry, my
and
bad.
Drake Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with him no matter what.
I'm sorry, I missed all that. What happened now?
Who's getting it?
The winners that they on Chat Sports of they covered San Francisco 49ers, of course. And the winners that they saw was Trey, Huff, there's Hufanga, of course, JJ, Juwan Jennings. I call him JJ. Yeah, I'm sorry, guy. I should have said Juwan Jennings. Sorry, my bad. So Juwan Jennings for me is JJ. So
No, I call
Juwan
him
Jennings.
JJ too.
Okay, Juwan Jennings and Drake Jackson.
Okay.
What do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
lineup?
I heard they had a good all of them had a good mini count.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it's only mini camp, but I mean, I like the positivity that came out of minicamp. This
Oh,
team
yeah.
just seems to be on this special vibe right now that we haven't been on in a while. It seems like this could be the year that we're finally clicking on all cylinders, and I think we're about to see something special. It's gonna be fire this year, and I think we're getting we're starting to get steam too with the other analysts that before minicamp it was all Trey hate, and now it seems to be turning the corner, and a lot of analysts on all these other shows are just, hey, watch out, Trey's gonna be the game changer for this team.
Go, Tron. Oh, I guess you're not there. Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I agree with Mike. As far as the winners, I don't know. So with Drake, I want to talk about Drake because
I got you.
I just keep hearing his size is like he's too big. So I don't know as far as that list.
You're
But
the first person I heard who said that.
yeah, I don't know. That's what I've just heard.
You know what else said that?
I'm not gonna say his name even. He's not worth. He's not worth our platform.
I heard it from Larry Krueger, and then Cone kept saying it.
Well, I
I'm
don't
just
care.
like, I don't know, but I do care about Larry Krueger, and I do listen to Krueger. I've heard Middlecoff and them say it too. So I'm really interested in Drake Jackson. But yeah, I do agree with your list. I agree
But I
with
mean,
those guys behind.
I understand these guys stand on the sideline and they look at certain things differently than the actual players that are practicing and playing alongside these guys. But you got Hall of Famers that's on your team right now telling you that they love what this dude is doing. They haven't mentioned anything about his size at all. So I think I'm going to stick with the players that's on the field right alongside with this man.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was gonna say, Mav. I'm gonna go by their words, but the pressures and everything. That's why I go by. So yeah, I agree with you on that. No matter what.
I mean,
DJ. I'm sorry, Mav. Go ahead, bud.
no, you good. You good. I mean, I know Ron knows what I'm talking about because he coaches, so he's on the sideline. He watches. He sees different things. But these players, when they're playing next to each other side by side, they're gonna tell you differently. Like they're not even looking at the size as an issue. You see what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that part, but I mean, so I do respect Larry Krueger's evaluation. I don't care for Grant Cohn, to be honest with you, but I do hear that the players have been praising him. So I only have OTAs to go off of. I haven't really been able to see much. So training camp, my answer was that's who I'm interested to see off of that list. So I think that I get more of a gauge on pass rushers when they have pads on. Now, if I hear that he's legit, then yeah, he's the only one on that list that I'm curious to find out on. Is all I'm saying.
Perfect example for you. We're gonna go back into the early 2000s. Warren Sapp. We all know it. If you've been watching football for that long, you all know it. Once this man dropped the weight, he was faster, he was more lean, he was just quicker off the ball. Drake Jackson is already that at his size. So if he has to drop any more weight, I mean, well, hell, look the hell out because he's going to be a freak at this point.
Right, but Mav, have you seen that from him though?
I have not really seen the clips yet. All I've been going based on is just the words of Trent Williams and Ken Law and the guys. That's
exactly
all I've been going on.
So Trey Lance, without a doubt, I know he's a winner. Whoever else was on the list made sense. Again, Jackson was the only guy that I'm interested to see once he goes up against our O line. But I mean, just from what I saw at USC, he looks like he's going to be. Yeah, I mean,
you got to excuse
too much saying, yeah, this dude's a stud.
Okay, you know what? You don't have to, but I'm gonna ask you to excuse him because look how many different positions they had him play. Look how many times they had him gain and lose weight. I mean, they had this man. They really didn't know how to really use him. So I'm excusing him for that. It's kind of like an Alex Smith situation, except on the line.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, that's the guy I'm looking at. So
in other words, you don't see him as your impact player like mostly everybody else does.
I want to see more
Okay.
before I can tell you like this dude is, you know what I'm saying, legit, bro.
There you go. I'm with Melissa on that one.
Yeah, I agree with Melissa. Bosa's not the first to come out and talk about people. He's always very subdued with his comments and just to himself, and doesn't really give praise often. So as soon as Bosa gave this kid praise, I became a believer.
Yeah.
Melissa dropping that mic, like she always does. Look at how I like what she said about that, because I seen that pressure too with Bosa, and if you get high praise from Bosa, you know then we're doing good.
20-point game. Let's go G State.
Yeah, I know. I just looked at it. Might be another one.
Another one.
Yep.
Damn, Adam Silver won't even be there to present the trophy.
So I think it's promising what Nick Bosa said. But I mean, I don't want to get too excited. I mean, it was just one mini camp. So
Right.
I'm just kind of a wait and see, when they're going full contact and in the thick of it at training camp. It's nice to have good encouraging news out there, good quotes from teammates like Bosa and stuff. But yeah, I just it's too early to crown him, I think.
Yo, Jason Tatum damn near about to fall out. Was this his fourth? Oh no. But okay, so real quick, let's jump off that front line real quick and go to the back end. Who's your most impactful player?
Can you go over that list again? Are we still going off that list or just like ours?
Just whoever.
Like
who
like
anybody? It doesn't even matter. Whoever suits up as a 49er and sees that field this year, who do you feel like makes the most impact on that back end?
On that back end?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the most impactful player on the back end, in my opinion, this year is going to be Jimmy Ward, who I think should be the most impactful on that secondary because he's the vet. But I'm looking at the safety position, and now I'm curious to see how Hufanga does because everybody seems to be praising him. So that's the position that I've been talking about since the draft was the safety position. I thought they were going to draft one. They didn't. They got faith in Hufanga. Now they got me believing in Hufanga now. So I'm interested to see. That may not answer your question, but I guess I'm just
that's your answer. You feel me?
Those are the positions I'm curious to see right now in training camp. That's all that would I'm waiting for training camp before I start crowning people. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's gonna happen.
I honestly thought you were gonna say the other Ward, Charvarius.
Oh nah, so I think he's good. I'm not, to me, impactful, the way I define impactful right now was like a young guy stepping into a starter role and them not missing a step. That's impactful. That to me is what I want to see. And who fits that perfect role this year on the defense is Hufanga. I want to see this young guy come in and become a man in front of us, bro. And hopefully, prove doubters wrong and be an all pro. That's what the game's about. So
what about a young vet and what's his name? Ray?
I want to see Shair step up again. That's who I want to see. But there's all kinds of positions that I'm looking at in training camp. So I don't know. I'll let somebody else jump in, I guess.
So I don't want anyone rolling any eyes at this, but I thought about this earlier this evening, and I'm going to say Brendel. and I mean that impactful, positive and negative. I mean, I think figuring out that center position is probably the most important thing this team needs to figure out this offseason and through training camp is that center position. So I really think, we're going to see is Brendel gonna bring it, or is that going to be a clusterfuck that, holds up our season? I think there's a lot riding on that center position in the interior line. So, like,
Agreed.
we're all trusting the process, and we're all giving Kyle the benefit of the doubt. So let's see. I mean, if he thought Mac was retiring before the draft and he went through the draft and didn't draft a center and didn't sign a center, I think that speaks volumes to, how he views Brendel and what he's got. Because, I've said it before, I thought that Brunskill was going to get a look, and doesn't sound like it. So sounds like they're pretty high on Brendel. So let's see.
Yeah, no, I mean that's
Nice.
the spot. I mean, Shanahan loves his center, so I fully believe he knew about Mac before the draft. Mac's his boy. I think he's known for a while. So he sees something in Brendel, and let's see. I'll have the faith. But I want to ask Melissa, because she said no to Treader. Why are you thinking that, Melissa?
Or Brunskill.
Well, Brunskill, I think we all can agree he was looking scary bad at center. Like, that was not going to be a good situation.
Real quick,
Okay.
Mikey. Bunskill. Bunskill.
And she riding with Ufunga. Okay.
But I'm curious why she wouldn't want to go after Treader.
I don't want to go after Treader, so we'll see if she has some of my viewpoints.
I think she mentioned something about it.
Yo,
What's up, brother?
What's up, Drew?
What up,
Yo,
Pimpin'?
what up, bro?
What's going on,
brother?
fellas?
I think she said something about it
Miss you,
Saturday,
bro.
I believe. I'm not
So
sure.
so my thing with Treader is the knee injuries and the fact that he doesn't practice. And I think that's probably the most important thing, is getting that communication and, that relationship with Trey Lance throughout the season. I mean, what good is it going to be when you have a center that only suits up game day, when you have a first-year starting quarterback?
Oh,
You want him to get that repetition in practice. You want him to get that comfort with his center. So that's my biggest hang up when it comes to the whole Treader deal. Is that
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry, real quick. Hey, Ryan, did you just see Grant Williams faking that damn hit to the lip right now? Like, anybody
No.
watching the game?
No, I'm
No,
not watching
but
the
did
game.
you
I was
see that the
watching
game is
ESPN
over?
ticker, so I'm
There's
watching.
no point to watch that game.
Dude, bro, it is Hollywood right now, bro. It's like straight acting right now.
Listen, man,
He's just flopping.
Steph out there pointing to his finger already, and it was bad. Don't even call this game, man. Keep talking this Niners talk.
All right, I'm sorry. Let's get back to it. Let's
Yeah.
get back.
Okay.
Melissa brought up my second point too, and I know I brought this up in the team chat, in our chat, about the revolving door at center, and we need to figure something out.
My
what she
one
said.
reservation with Brendel, this guy's about to be 30 years old. Where has he been for his entire NFL career? If he's
been
as
hiding.
if he's ready, what they're saying, why wasn't he being used on other teams? Like, 30 years
But-
old isn't young.
Hey, so I want to give a counter argument to that, Mike, because I don't think that's necessarily fair to Brendel. God damn, I'm really starting to sound like a Brendel stan, aren't I?
Yep.
But I don't think that's fair. And you may think I'm crazy with some of these comparisons, but I mean, Steve Young got started late, Jeff Garcia,
Hey,
Kurt
don't compare.
Warner. I mean,
there's
sometimes there's just diamonds
That
in
is
the
a
rough,
legend.
and sometimes it takes a while for a guy to figure it out. So I wouldn't necessarily hold that against him.
Well, Steve Young was sitting behind the goat, and he was just waiting for his time. We knew he was going to be good.
TJ, if we all agreed on the same thing, it'll be a boring ass podcast.
This is true.
Yeah, and I mean, you look Doug Flutie. I mean, and you go across other sports, there's some guys that don't figure it out until they're 29 or 30.
I mean, it's a total possibility. I'm just wondering, where has this guy been? He's like a ghost that just appeared out of thin air, and all of a sudden he's like just being talked about.
Mike, I want a Brendel jersey from you when he's named the starter week 1.
I'll
Where are
get
you
you.
gonna get that at?
Halfway through the season, if we're destroying it with him under center, I'll get you a jersey then.
Are they even going to be selling them, or do you have to special order it?
You can get it.
Custom.
That's a special order.
Probably at the stadium.
I'll make it fair. I'll make it more fair to Mike. And I'm not calling a Pro Bowl or anything, but fuck it.
Oh my!
If he makes a Pro Bowl, then Mike can buy me a jersey.
Bro, you just called a Pro Bowler. That's what you just did.
If he makes the Pro Bowl, you will get top of the line, Nike, everything. Like you'll get it.
Yeah, like the $300 one.
Yeah, you'll get
So
that.
he just have to make the Pro Bowl. Just one of the 3 centers to make it. Is that what it is, or does he have to be like starting center in the Pro Bowl?
No, he has to just make it one of the 3.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, even if he's like the 8th alternate, you know how that happens. Like,
I mean, I'm hoping he's good. I really am, because we need that center's position to be strong. So
You know what?
Shouldn't we always be hoping Shouldn't we be hoping everybody's good? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
This is true. We want this team to be good. I mean, I just wonder where this guy came from. That's my only question with him is, where did he come from, and why is he now getting his shot at 30 years old?
I think it's good to be a skeptical fan, though. Keeps us from being too much of a homer, you know?
Exactly.
Keeps us realistic.
Yep.
Let me see who has the number 1 defense right now.
Hey, Drew,
Yes, sir.
did you want to give and make sure if you agree on the winners of the OTAs?
Say that again.
The winners of OTAs that they gave out. You want to agree with them? There's going to be Trey Lance, Hufanga, Drake Jackson, and who was the 4th one, guys? Sorry, my bad. I got a brain fart again, like always.
Oh my God!
I forget who it was now. The 4th one.
It was Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings. Thank you, Mikey.
That's crazy that you say this. I'm totally going to agree. I just got off of a show with Peter, and we were just talking about that, and both of us agreed to that. Like, these guys are something I think is going to show out this year. It's something special, and I'm like, I can't wait. I'm starting to realize, like, looking at the team, and I was saying to him, we have like 2 first strings, and it's crazy to see. We have literally a first string, and then our backup is like another first string before we get to a second string. And watching these players, and we know how rotational we are with our team. So when we get out there and you see Drake come out there, and you see Bosa, and we see Teray and Kinlaw, and like, it's so much. I can keep going. This is going to be a different type of season because we're going to be unpredictable. So rotational with so much talent. And looking at the cornerbacks and the safeties, and you look back at how much depth we got back there. We got Emmanuel Mosley, we got Ambry Thomas, we got Verrett back, we got Ward. It's like going to be nutty. Like, they're going to be mad. Teams are going to be upset because it's going to be unpredictable. That no matter what, it's talent with different talent. So you might have a guy who's working a speed wide receiver to a guy who's working, and they're switching you out. And you're like, yo, I'm getting tired of running. And they keep switching out cornerbacks that's keeping up.
Yeah.
Got the safeties is looking crazy. We got Talanoa, who's going to stand out this year. Mark my words, I think he's going to be one of the biggest standouts. He is going to be somebody on the defense that's going to step up. And y'all know how I feel. I've been rooting him on. He's going to be somebody who steps up, and it's going to be good. You got Jimmy Ward. You got O'Neal Jr. I can keep going. And You'll be like, yeah, and you can agree to each guy. Mark my words, and I say this here: we will have the best defense in the NFL.
You want me to tell you where we rank right now?
Where we ranking?
We are the third best defense as we speak right now.
We will end up at 1 by mid-season and stick that way.
It's the Bills, Packers.
I can see it. I mean, I've been saying it for weeks, months.
Let
now
alone,
that
let's not count that we have one of the best of the linemen, and then you
Guess
have
who-
the best linebacker in the league.
Guess who ranks 12? Guess
Dallas.
who ranks 12? Nope.
Dallas.
Hope
Nope.
I say Eagles. Hope I say Eagles.
Nope. The Dolphins
Dolphins.
Wow. Okay.
What?
with the 12th best defense. So that would be a very, very good game if we can sustain that ranking and the Dolphins move up. That would be
Yes, the Packers are
such a
great.
great game.
It's not going to be a good game because they still got Tua as their quarterback. But
I mean,
this-
defensively,
I
defensively.
seen
Defensively,
against
yeah.
Miami 2 interceptions.
I mean,
at
dude,
least.
week.
2 quick interceptions.
What is it? What week are we playing them? Like
It's
towards
later,
the.
I think, like 14 or 15.
So just imagine within those weeks, you have the number like the top 5, 2 of the top 5 defensive playing against each other. I mean, who murders who?
No, we're going to destroy them.
Yo, they still have our draft pick, don't they? This is the last year. They have our draft pick this year, right?
Yeah,
13.
Week 13, yeah.
week
But
13.
that, like Melissa pointed out, this team has depth that we haven't seen in years.
I just listen, man. We talked about that, and I can fully agree. We haven't,
We're going to have to make some tough decisions because not everyone's going to make it.
and I'm
I
gonna
know
tell you,
Melissa's talking about Jeff Wilson Jr. being the odd man out. I don't know. Sermon, where is he?
you got to think how many running backs we actually have. Like,
Wait,
We go
didn't
from
Kyle
there-
talk about him?
Did Kyle talk about Sermon?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said they said that Sermon was number 2.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Believe it or not.
I
Because
told y'all
no
nobody
one
would
else
listen
is
to me
talking
though.
about him.
Listen, that's just training camp, mini camp, OTAs, whatever you want to call it. He's not gonna be that when it comes to season.
Look, I'm telling y'all, you got Mitch, you got Trey, Ty Davis, Jeff, Hasty, and the new guy. I always forget his name,
Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason.
I think
And
Hayes-
like the
I think
dude is
Hayes
this
gone.
guy's a bruiser with hands. And I'm like, he's what, 215 or something like that, solid. This is crazy. Like the options we have is become from the injuries we've dealt with from years. And technically it's just like, I think they was like getting tired of it. And then you can tell with these conversations with Kyle's starting to become more talkative and smiling. That man knows what he has. And he's like, oh, I'm excited. Watch what's about to happen. Everybody's
why
like, he don't
Kyle's
really
smiling?
talk much.
You know
I
what?
do like it.
You know why
I'm
he's
just saying
smiling?
it.
The
What's that?
shackles have been released from his quarterback position.
Oh, real quick, let me jump to Melissa's comment about the Packers being overrated. Would it be fair for me to say that the Packers are not overrated, but Aaron Rodgers has gotten overrated?
It's the same thing because when you hear anytime they announce a game, what do they say? Aaron Rodgers and the Packers take on. So therefore, yes, when you talk Packers, you're talking Aaron Rodgers, which is overrated. Yes,
But I mean, it's like
and there's no more. Hold on,
I
don't
can't
forget,
stand Aaron Rodgers as a person.
there's
He
no
is-
more Devontae Adams.
He is a
The
he
Packers
is a
are
piece of shit
overrated.
douche- Hold on. He's a piece of shit douchebag as a person, but you cannot deny the talent of that man as a quarterback. And to your Devontae Adams comment, one of the games that they're missing him, he actually had one of the best games of the season.
Yeah,
So
I'm with
Aaron
Mikey.
Rodgers is not overrated. I think the team as a whole is slightly overrated.
okay.
Yeah, Mav. Take that, Mav.
I'm with
Hey,
Mikey.
no, that's
I'm with
why
Mikey
listen.
100%. Like I have the same sentiment towards Rodgers. Like I don't care for the guy, but the Packers would be nowhere close to where they are without him on that squad. They'd be probably bottom feeder, not even middle of the pack without Rodgers.
I agree.
I mean, we all
But
know
collectively,
that.
they are overrated. I think.
Yeah,
I think their defense is overrated.
but they get that hype because they have a great quarterback. I mean, forget about him personally. As a quarterback, he's a phenomenal player.
And that's why I asked that question, because I mean, I'm not denying
Mike,
his
you kind
talent
of scared
whatsoever.
me, man. You wanted Aaron Rodgers on our team. You
No,
kinda scared
I
me over
don't.
there.
I hate him. I hate him as a person. He's fucking weird, and now he's dating a witch. Like, get out of here, that shit.
Who's he dating now?
He's
Yes,
dating some, like,
what's her name? Her name like Blue
her
Magic
name
or
is like
something like
Blue. Her name is Blue of the Sea.
Fern
And
Gully.
she's like holistic, and she claims to be a witch and that she can manifest the future, and she's fucking weird.
I lost respect for the man after he did with the Olivia Munn.
I
Hey,
made the joke that she's gonna manifest them to try and win a
exactly.
playoff against
Hey,
us.
she's trying. He was like, "I need her, babe. I need you to use some of that sorcery. I need some of your sorcery."
But
I mean,
Packers are gonna be interesting to watch this year. I mean, without Devontae, like I'm hearing Christian wasn't looking so hot in OTAs, so we'll see.
Mav says the Vikings are taking a division, the North.
I'm still sticking with that.
Yeah.
I feel like they're the better team in that division right now.
You're crazy,
I-
man.
It's on paper though. I mean, listen, on paper though, man.
I'm telling you,
Who did they lose besides a head coach? That's the only thing they replace mostly.
I told you, don't be counting out the Lions, man.
Oh my
The
god.
Lions are on the up. They're on the up. They're an improvement.
They're on the
team.
up when they get a better quarterback. I mean, I like Jared Goff. You know, he's okay where he's at. He's all right. He's doing his thing. He can't do no worse than he did with the Rams. I mean, like hell.
What's is agreeing with me here?
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Let's compare them real quick. The Lions and the Vikings. Wide receivers wise.
Vikings.
Who has the
Vikings.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all we need to know.
quarterback wise?
Kirk Cousins.
Vikings.
Running back wise.
Vikings.
Vikings.
Defense wise.
Vikings.
Okay, well, yeah,
Hey,
we still.
let's look how the Lions were arguably a way worse team last year than they did pretty good in the draft. They picked up some good components. They held their own against some pretty tough teams and kept a lot of games close. Like, they weren't as bad as the record showed. They lost a lot of very close games with very good teams.
Hey, TJ, she mentioned you on that. I didn't know you played for the Lions.
Respect. The Lions are an ascending team. They're probably not going to compete next year, but they're an ascending team. They're going in the right direction.
I'm just saying, don't
They're
sleep on
trying,
them.
listen, they've been trying to move in the right direction for a while, TJ. And you know how many times I've heard that comment that Lions moving.
For like 30 years?
Lions are moving in the right direction, though.
They've been trying to move there since Nate Burleson and Barry Sanders.
Lions got a new player. They're moving in the right direction.
I can't wait. I can't wait for talking at the end of the season, and they made the playoffs and they won the division, and I'm just like, called it.
Matt Patricia's not there, right? He's going, right?
Yeah, he's
I
back
mean-
in New England. He might be calling the offensive plays this year, they're saying.
It's all good. You gotta go, Drewski. You gotta go, man. You're good. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Peace out, man.
All right, Drew.
all right,
All
Drew.
right,
Drew.
Be safe, brother.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
brother.
let's be honest though. Let's be honest though, Melissa. Who doesn't get injured playing football? Hawkinson is a beast. If Goff could get him the damn ball,
Hey, we'll see, man. I'm just saying.
but he's not really a yak guy though.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that division to do what it does. I think
Yeah.
Chicago will be last in the division.
So who
Yeah,
said
Chicago's in
Minnesota's
the
going
West.
to win the division?
I
Mav.
did.
That's what brought us to this argument.
Mav.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, Mav, you're crazy.
I mean, dude, you look on paper. You look on paper. I mean, like, come on. Everybody picking the Lions, really?
Dude,
I mean, we all know four is tough, but damn,
no,
not in that
I'm
house right
picking
now.
the Packers. I'm not picking the Lions.
I'm just liking stirring the pot. I'm gonna go with the Lions for that division. Just 'cause if it
We'll see.
plays out,
Just don't put no money on it.
oh, I won't. I would never put money on it.
Nah, hell no.
It's terrible, man.
I mean, you gotta think about it though, TJ. Everybody and their mama gonna say the damn Packers in that division. Everyone's gonna say that.
Yeah,
But
they've been saying that for like 10 years, and the Packers are like the default like NFC
Right.
North champions every year. Like
no, I get it, but it's like, hey, you got somebody over there in New England, you already know they're gonna get a division. I get it.
Hey, that witch, he's gonna piss that witch off, and she's gonna put some curse on him. He's gonna have a horrible season.
I don't know. I think if it's the one division you don't want to bet an upset in, it's the AFC North.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, odds will tell you, Vegas guys will tell you that's probably not the bet you want to be making, man.
Hey,
I
someone
think
say really quick. What are the odds for what's Vegas giving the Lions to win the division? Maybe I'll go put
Jeez.
some money on that.
What's the money?
Mike's
Hey,
gotta take a
if
quick
they
trip.
do,
Gotta go to the sports book.
yep.
Is gambling legal in California? I'm assuming so, right?
No,
It's not?
well, we have the Indian reservations you can, but there's no sports books. Like when it comes to DraftKings and all that, you can do fantasy, but you can't do the actual betting on there.
Come on, Newsom.
Supposedly,
Get your shit
Man,
supposedly
together.
they're supposed to be doing in the November elections. There might be some props on there to get us sports gambling legal in California finally.
So you can smoke a joint, but you can't bet $5 on a football
Nope.
game, huh?
That's
Exactly.
right. Remember, don't fuck with the gambling.
Exactly.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to let you guys know that the losers only have 3 of them on there. So basically, it was Garoppolo, Ayuk, and of course Nate Suffield.
Yeah, I've been hearing that Brock Purdy has a good shot at becoming the backup.
I
He
told
might get
you.
the number 2 spot.
Yeah, I think he's got a legit chance. I mean, he's got to show out. He's got to have a killer training camp in preseason, but
Oh, Lazard is sitting over money? I didn't know that.
he just signed. I just saw something on Twitter. He just signed his deal.
Did he?
I don't know, man. You give me those 4 wide receivers and Aaron Rodgers, I think you're going to be in pretty decent shape.
I mean, I like Sammy Watkins and Lazard.
Plus, they got 2 really good running backs. And I like that tight end, too. What's his name? Tunyon? What the hell's his
Yeah,
name?
Robert Tonyan. They just legalized that down here in Florida. I can actually bet on DraftKings now.
Nice. Melissa's acting like Mikey with Green Bay, like Mikey acts with Tom Brady.
Dude, fuck Tom Brady.
you got to let your bias go. There's my one plug a show for Drew.
I'm not seeing anything about Lazard signing a deal.
I thought I'd seen something on Twitter. Maybe I didn't.
How much does he want?
Who are we talking about?
Alan Lazard?
I'm surprised they let Valdez Scantling go, especially if they knew Devontae Adams was going to get traded.
He went to
Dude,
Kansas,
I'm telling you,
City, didn't he?
The Packers management likes to make things as difficult as they can for Rodgers.
The NFC North prediction
to them.
2022 division winners odds.
Lions.
Let's
So
see.
I don't think they find value in wide receivers. I think the Packers really believe that Aaron Rodgers could just they can throw their freaking
It's gonna bite him. It's gonna bite him. I mean,
yeah.
he's another aging quarterback. As good as he is, time's gonna catch up, and this could be the year that it does, and they just kind of fall off, and that's where the Lions take it.
I mean, one thing you can count on in the draft is the Packers or the Eagles picking a wide receiver in the first round. And I just feel like they don't want to pay big money. They feel like they can just throw their damn janitor out there in Aaron Rodgers and make him an all-pro.
All right, so they got the Packers winning followed by the Vikings and the Lions and Bears being dead last.
So what are the odds? What are the odds for the Lions to win it?
The odds for the Lions are plus 850.
Huh. I might go put 50 on that.
Bet them for the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
Mikey.
Just
Go
put
big.
100 on it.
That
You'll be
bet I'm
straight.
not doing.
Go
The
big or
odd-
go home.
Odds for the Vikings are plus 280. Green Bay is at minus 170.
Mhm.
Oh, and Chicago is at plus 950.
Wow. That bad?
Yeah.
People really do think the Bears are that
Oh.
bad.
Dude, they're trash. They
And-
did everything to not that you shouldn't do with your second year quarterback.
The NFC North prediction
Not
and the
him.
best bet is taking the Minnesota Vikings to win the NFC North at plus 280 on FanDuel. That's
Hey,
the
guys.
best.
I know this is unrelated. Anybody remember Bebiskits?
Bebe's kids.
Yeah.
Oh, that cartoon movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't Tone Loc the voice of the baby?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I got distracted.
Maybe it's
I just know the voice actor who played the daddy. I know he passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
That was a while ago too. But yeah, that's the best bet though, Mikey. Would be the Vikings to win it.
yeah, but the Lions, they're the underdog, man.
I mean, dude, if you put money on the Lions and they actually come on top, I know you don't make some money for real. Because I mean, dude, nobody in their right mind right now is picking them at
Oh no.
maybe next year.
Dude, did I ever tell you the dumbass bet my brother made with me last year?
Maybe never.
So my
No,
brother,
please speak.
my brother is not into football. He just hates sports. But he likes to cheer against the 49ers during football because I like them and his best friend's a Niner fan. So he just
Don't
likes
you
to
just love
watch.
those guys?
So he decided to bet me. He picked a team. I know he Googled who one of the worst teams is going to be. So he picked the Lions. And
They're
he
the
bet
best to
me
watch with.
5 slap bets that the Lions were going to have a better record than the Niners last year. Guess who owes my brother 5 slaps? Everyone he told him that was the dumbest bet you could have ever made.
You gonna do them all at once, or
Wow.
you gonna make them wait?
Was it just based off the one game?
No, it was based off the season.
You doing them
No.
all at once, Mikey, or you gonna make them live in fear for a while?
Oh, I've been making him live in fear.
You got to treat them like Stewie did Brian.
The one bright side was
Where's my money?
It kind of made him a football fan, and now he's a Lions fan, and he talks about his boys.
Shameful.
Yeah, he picked a bad team, but you know what? We got him into football, so that's all I care about.
My son decided to be a Chiefs fan during the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Wow.
I know that hurt, bro.
It hurts, man.
Did you
Every
give up for
football-
when did you give up for adoption?
I don't hold it against him because he pays absolutely no attention to the games. It's just if you ask him who his favorite team is, he'll say the Chiefs, but he couldn't name a player. So
Oof.
I'm hoping he outgrows it and he'll come to his senses when he gets a little older.
One of the neighborhood kids, he's a bandwagon fan. He was a Chiefs fan when they were hot, and then he was a Rams fan this last season. And then he came up to me a couple days ago and he's like, "That's it. I know you're gonna love this, but I'm jumping on the Niners bandwagon. I'm gonna be a fan for them this year." I was like, "Okay, welcome to the club. Now you're gonna be a fan for life."
Every time I run into somebody in public, like you just know they're a Raiders fan when they're like they see you with your gear on and they're like, "Oh, 40 whiners," and you already know it's a Raiders fan.
Raiders.
Right? Right?
Are they wearing like Dickie shorts and the
Yep.
high socks?
Oh yeah.
Starter kit. Oh yeah, total
Yeah.
starter kit.
The shorts down to the ankles and the socks up to the knees.
I went up to the gas station and the lady inside was like, "Red and gold, what's that mean? What's that mean?" And I was just like, "Oh, it's a podcast, 49ers." Oh, she's like, "Oh, you're a Niners fan? 41ers." And immediately I was like, Raiders fan.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Watch," and she showed me her watch, and it was a Raiders watch. I was like,
Yeah,
"I
of
knew
course.
it." Yep, of course.
Tell her, we'll see you on New Year's.
Right. They're
Real,
the
real
only
quick,
fan base that says 40 whiners.
real quick. I want to segue off real quick. If okay, right now the Warriors are winning and on the verge of capturing that title.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they do this, how much longer does Steph Curry plays?
How many rings does it give him?
What, 4? I think 3 or 4. Let me look.
Well, did they win 2 before Durant, and then they
Yeah,
won 1 with Durant?
They won 1 before
Yeah.
Durant and 2 with Durant.
2 with Durant. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I think 2 back to back. 15, 17, and 18. I think.
I think he goes another couple years. You know what's crazy is he makes as much in 1 year as the A's spend on their entire roster.
The A's are bad, dude. That's just
Yeah, because
terrible.
they don't want to pay anyone.
Wait, you talking about
And they're
Steph
good
Curry
the
makes
majority
more
of the time.
Steph Curry makes as much in 1 year
than
as
the entire
A's
baseball.
than the A's spend on their entire roster.
But the A's been playing money ball for
Yeah,
like ever though.
Yeah.
Are they? What is it? Are they broke or what?
No,
They're
no.
all big guys.
They just
They
have an
just
owner that
cheat.
doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
But he's just going about the wrong way of doing. He's not picking like they're playing money ball, but they're not using the system that was implemented by them for them. They're like trying to revamp the whole thing.
I don't know why though. It's good for baseball when the A's when their A's are good, man.
Dude, I love the A's. That my dad has a thing for California teams. He likes the Raiders, the A's, and the Lakers.
Mhm.
I don't know why. So
Yep.
I've always liked the A's.
Talk about the Angels.
Dude, so speaking of basketball, I was thinking about this when I was watching the other game. Where in the hell would you rank Curry on an all-time list? Like
Dude,
when
that
you're
guy's-
talking,
That guy's a stud.
one of the best three-point shooters ever.
I mean, there was two people talking about he deserves,
Probably the
even if
best.
the Warriors didn't win the championship, that he would deserve the MVP of the series.
You know what?
That's crazy when people are talking that way if you lose the championship.
I love Steph Curry, man, but before I could give him that 3-point crown for real, he's got to go up against Reggie Miller and Ray Allen for me.
See that
He just
Allen,
has to.
I'm not going to push back too hard if you want to call Steph Curry the best because the numbers.
those
show
are top.
it.
Those
He's
are
got
top
the volume, but the game was different when Ray Allen played. And could you imagine Ray Allen playing in today's game?
I mean, those are the top 3. And Steph Curry, I mean, can't nobody hit a half-court shot better than Steph. And, you know what I mean? And he make it look so effortless.
And he takes it from like 10 feet behind the
I mean,
3-point line too.
The man could shoot basket. He could shoot basket to basket, bro, and guarantee make 7 out of 10.
Have you seen that pregame warm-up he does where he just scoots back all the way like past mid-court?
Yeah.
And he shoots it effortlessly.
Yeah, so I mean, but you know, I have to see them go at it like best out of 5. Those top 3 guys: Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, and Steph Curry. 3 different generations.
You know what? I mean, shit. Larry Bird was a hell of a 3-point shooter too. You're just hating on him because he's white, Mav.
Nah, I just don't think he could do it like them boys could, man. Not in. You know what?
I'm clowning, Mav.
But hold on though. No. Seriously though. Could you imagine any one of those 3 playing alongside Larry Bird and Magic Johnson at that time?
You know,
and splashing threes like that.
You know, Bird looks sloppy. He doesn't like. I never thought he was a very good. Like I just thought he was overrated. I thought a lot of people liked him because he's a good white ball player. You know, but shit, man, you go back and you watch game film of him. That dude can play. Like, there's a reason why he's a top 10 basketball player. I mean, that guy was something else.
Oh, yeah, dude, him and Magic, that rivalry
dates all the way back to college.
Yep.
Is it how long? Over 20 years, maybe.
Probably. Probably. Because, I mean, back in the 70s, they're playing college ball, and they both played into the 90s.
Got drafted the same season.
Yeah. Now, Magic or Bird can play. If you haven't done it yet, Mav, go back and watch some film of him. That guy can play.
No, I've seen Bird. I've seen a couple of films.
There was a game where he dropped, I think he dropped like 50, and he shot left-handed that whole game, and he's able to drop like 50 points.
I still haven't been able to find that Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game. Like I've not seen that nowhere. Is it on YouTube?
I don't think there's any footage of it, to be honest. I think it's just a score sheet. Because, that was just way back, that was back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, like, Jesus Christ, 100 points just by one player. I mean, was he just standing under the basket, just throwing the ball, and that's it?
Was that ABA? Or was that an NBA? That
was
an
NBA.
Game,
that was NBA. He was a Laker then.
Lakers now to bring in centers, man. They never develop them, but they trade for them.
They do all the time, don't they?
Yeah, they never develop them, but they always bring them in. And
could you imagine Nikolai Vucevic over there?
Oh well, yeah, that'd be something, huh?
I heard a rumor that they were trying to trade LeBron and build the Lakers team around Russell Westbrook.
Nah. No.
I've been hearing it. I don't know who started it or why, but it's been going around a couple of days now.
I mean, obviously they could trade LeBron. Like, people want LeBron. Nobody wants Westbrook at his salary. The Lakers really dropped the ball when they picked him up.
But you don't just trade LeBron, though. I mean, when you trade for LeBron, you might as well get rid of your entire team, because he's gonna just bring in who he wants at that point.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But shoot, let's get back to a little football. Real quick.
I was gonna say we should probably start talking what we're here for. Take a side quest.
But yeah, that last comment on Melissa though, I'm with you on that one. I really, really do feel bad for those two guys. I mean, they haven't really. Well, shoot, they did take away Lamar's deep threat, didn't they?
They did. But when it comes to Lamar, if he doesn't sign a contract this year and bets on himself another year, do you think that's a smart move?
Do I think it's what?
It's a smart move for him to
Absolutely not. Not with the way that guy plays ball.
Exactly. He's going to get hurt and screw his entire thing up.
If he was a pocket a more traditional quarterback, yeah, I think that's a pretty interesting mentality. It worked out for Kirk Cousins when he did that. But the way he plays, man, I mean, he was hurt last year.
Yep.
I know I'm not the only guy or only person out here in this football world thinking that Lamar Jackson should ask for a trade.
I think Lamar, this is going to sound bad. Great football player, but I don't think he's the sharpest tool in the shed, and he's not the kind of guy that should be his own agent. I think he really needs an agent to help him through this.
I think these players that are their own agents, that's just not the smart play.
I mean,
there's so much in those contracts, and I mean,
Sherman was smart about it, and Sherman seems like an intelligent guy, and he did it pretty good. But I'm sorry, Lamar, whenever he does any interviews, I just don't see it, and I really think he needs to get himself an agent, because I think he's gonna fuck himself.
So here's my thing with Lamar. Mav asks about trading for him. I think that's a big ask for any NFL team, because you're basically revamping your offense to accommodate him. Like, it's kind of like when Michael Vick, in the early 2000s, like, you have to have a particular offense that fits his skills, because you can't put him in a traditional offense. You really have to build that whole offensive game plan around him.
And you know what's funny? I feel like he was a better quarterback in the Flacco offense.
We all know You don't
think
know
he's-
Greg Roman's going to just run a quarterback to death.
Oh yeah,
And that's the thing, bro. Like if I was him, I feel like I really believe he needs to be traded somewhere else or ask for a trade to go somewhere else. But the thing is, like, what team right now could you say that's already?
I just thought of it, Math. The Cardinals should say, "Quit dicking around, Tyler. We're bringing in Lamar Jackson."
And you know what? I would take that. I think Lamar would actually look like a quarterback with that team.
do you want to play him twice a year?
I don't want to play him twice a
God,
year,
no.
but Kingsbury, though, I mean, I think he'll do some wonders with that guy.
Oh, Panama Queens got one. Miami.
Nice. It'll be like
Daniel could
McDaniels
figure
having
something out.
it'll be like McDaniels having his own little Trey Lance there.
What's up, Pamela? What's up, Pamela?
Definitely better than Tua.
Panama. Dun, dun, dun,
Hey, you know what?
dun.
You know what, Melissa? I thought about the Giants too.
Yeah, Melissa with the Giants there.
I really thought about the Giants. Miami really slipped my mind on that one, but the Giants, that's what I was focused on.
Miami 100% is going to have a new quarterback next year.
Yeah, but who? Out of college, or is he already in the league?
I don't know, but I don't know where he's coming from. But I would bet anybody $100 right now that Miami's going to have a new quarterback next year.
See, my only problem with Atlanta is I don't think Atlanta want another Michael Vick experience. The Saints might enjoy it. The Panthers, though, I feel like will be another Ravens situation. They just run him to death, him and Christian McCaffrey. The
Bro,
Texans,
You're forgetting about Jameis.
I'm not forgetting about Jameis, but we're talking about trading though. So that means Jameis would have to be part of that deal if he's even a Saint at that time. We're talking about if he asks for a trade, what teams best suit him right now that can utilize his skill set and not have to revamp the whole team.
What about Seattle?
Nah,
I can see that.
I stick with the Cardinals. You don't have to do much. The Seattle, I mean, you like TJ say, you have to revamp the entire team.
Do you?
Yeah, just to fit his skill set.
He's got 2 receivers. He got some running backs.
Do you really trust Seattle's running backs right now since Marshawn Lynch?
So I think it'd be a little more traditional than what Lamar's doing right now in Baltimore, but I think it would work because I mean you saw the way Russell Wilson played ball for the last 10 years. I could see Lamar.
Yeah, but
Seattle.
you gotta think about it. Russell Wilson was not a run first quarterback. He was back there in that backfield making you miss in order for him to make a throwing play, while Lamar will take off.
Hey, Lamar's got to play behind that offensive line, man. That's the only choice you got is to run it. Seattle.
I just feel like Pete Carroll is just a little too old and on his way out the door to still be trying to coach a young guy like Lamar. And if I'm Lamar Jackson, I follow suit with Russell Wilson. Why go there when he wanted out?
So who here would call themselves a Lamar fan?
I'm not.
Yeah, there's just some. I mean, I don't really like that style of play. I mean, I don't know. I like my quarterbacks to be quarterbacks.
Dude, I'm an FSU fan. I can't stand Lamar Jackson.
I want them to be a little smarter in how they like handle things. I mean, there was a play last year where he went and did a flip into the end zone. I'm like, what are you doing that for as a quarterback? You land that wrong, you hurt yourself, you're out the season. Like, why are you doing shit like that? And he does dumb things like that all the time. I don't like it.
Did they call that walking? Oh wow. Them boys took about 5 steps before they got to that basket. But nah, see, I can't stand Lamar, bro. I'm an FSU fan, bro. So you already know. I'm not a Lamar fanatic. Did Golden State just win they championship? Did Steph Curry just get his 4th? Yes, he did.
How much money? How much? It's all done. It's over.
Yeah, it's like
Game's
seconds
over?
left. Yeah, it's like seconds left. 101 to 88.
Oh yeah, they got it. Yep. Golden State Warriors won it.
See, so they won it. We need San Francisco to win it this season, and we get 2 buried teams with championships.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 minute and 3 seconds left. 101 to 90.
Where's the Super Bowl? being held this year?
Arizona.
Arizona.
And 60 or 61 needs to be in San Fran. We need to be hosting that. Let's push for it.
It's Arizona this year, and it's Vegas next year.
Let's push for it. Let's push for it.
Panama Queen saying Eagles on a spot for Lamar.
Ah,
whoa. Okay, I could see that.
Who said
that would be more.
Panama Queen.
Oh man, she nailed it right there.
I think that's more dangerous than the Cardinals. Actually,
I mean, that's a talented Jalen Hurts, pretty much.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson is what Jalen Hurts wants to be.
Yeah,
dude, they compared them, bro. They got identical numbers.
Last year,
they have identical numbers, bro. They've compared those two already. Like, there's no difference. Go ahead.
Speaking of comparisons, I'm kind of over this whole ever since Hill gave his podcast and praising Tua. Now we're getting all these comparisons of Tua and Mahomes. There's no comparison. And I'm over these shows taking time out of their day to even talk about it.
Hold on, I brought that up in the show before. Remember? Or was that over text message? I brought that up.
I don't know. You guys, I don't even remember.
Real quick, fellas, how many championships is that for the Warriors? I forget.
Oh yeah, someone was looking into that.
4?
Yeah,
this is their fourth.
2015, 2017, 2018, and this year.
Gotcha. Thank you.
They have more than that.
I thought they did, but
I think they played in 1 and lost, didn't they? Or maybe they played in 2 and lost.
They went to 4 or 3.
They have 5.
Is it 5?
So they lost one in between. They won in 15, and then they lost in 16.
And then they won in 17.
And they won in 17 and 18.
And then 18.
They won in 56, 75, 2015, 2017, 2018.
Oh, you're going way back.
And then they played in 16, right?
Yeah.
Who was in 16?
This will be number 6.
I think they played against LeBron and the Cavs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah, that was like a 3 or 4 championship, wasn't it? Back to back.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
Well, if you guys are good, you can get off if you want to. It's up to you guys. But yeah, that's it for me for tonight. I'm all good.
I'm finna finish watching this game. I mean, a couple seconds left. It is. I mean, it pretty much is over. 103-90 right now. Oh yeah, it's done. He's crying. My boy is crying. Oh, clock is running out. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors on taking it all the way this year.
I need 10 more followers for 600. If people want to talk wrestling, come follow me.
And now the 49ers definitely need to take number 6.
Do we want to dive into the Vince McMahon thing?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
What happened with Vince?
It's about to completely fall apart with Vince McMahon paying some woman $3 million in hush money.
Yeah,
I thought it was all stepping down.
I think he might finally get shit canned by the board for this one.
Yeah, once the board's involved and starts looking into it, he's in some trouble.
But I thought he was already stepping down. He and Stephanie and all Triple H, they were supposed to be.
They're all being ousted. This all comes from. So he hired this guy, Tony Khan, no relation to the AEW, Nick Khan. And it seems like he's kind of being like backhandedly trying to take over the company. I wouldn't be surprised if he knew about this and he slipped it to the board. I think he wants Vince out, and I think he wants to take over.
Honestly, though, I think Vince being done with the WWE is the best thing that can happen to the WWE.
I think yes and no.
I was about to say the same thing. Both back.
I know people talk about him being out of touch now and everything, but he's still kind of the glue that holds that place together, and he still does have his moments of genius. Who else would take over right now? They've kind of like ousted everyone that
Yeah,
would.
no,
And the people that would take over now, I think, would bury it.
Melissa's
probably-
my girl. AEW.
I think it would probably get sold off. If
Yeah.
Vince is out, I think that's when they finally sell, and it's probably gonna be Universal or Disney that buys them, and then it's just gonna be a corporation more than it is now, and I think it gets destroyed.
Yeah, I think wrestling. I mean, they need that one focal point to run everything, to run a show.
Yeah,
And if you try to, and I think that's part of WWE's problem is they got like 80 writers, and I mean, you really need that one person who's gonna, play chess and this
Yeah.
needs to happen, this needs to happen, this guy needs to go over, like. But no, it doesn't look good for Vince. And I don't know if anyone saw, there was a report that Sasha Banks got released, but nobody has.
I heard that, and I guess
Nobody's
might-
confirmed that.
there was
Yeah,
an update saying that if it hasn't already happened, her lawyers are hammering out the details to get her out right now. So
No,
I
that's a
think
huge
they're
mistake.
Yeah.
No, she
Does that-
walked out. Her and Naomi walked out, didn't they?
Yeah, they both
but-
walked out.
I think Sasha is a bigger star than both Reigns and Becky Lynch because she did Mandalorian, or was
Yeah.
it Mandalorian? Or like, I mean,
Yeah,
she's a
yeah,
star.
that's
Like
I think
she's
I
gonna
think-
have that Hollywood appeal.
I think she believes in her hype too much, and I think it's her downfall because we know she's probably going to end up in AEW, and I think it'd be a mistake to put her there because I think she's going to pull the same shit, and if things don't go her way, she's going to throw her temper tantrum because she keeps throwing these tantrums every couple of years. It's getting old.
Yeah. But I think if you're AEW, that's the one sore spot of AEW is that women's division. And it kind of ticks me off because there's plenty of talent there. They just don't give them enough time and story.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I think if you could bring in someone like Sasha Banks, that would be like if Roman Reigns for some reason was a free agent. Like you gotta bring him in and just because that's gonna bring in new eyes. She's gonna, be in shows and movies. Like she's a needle mover. The concern though, I'm with you there, Mike. You just gotta cross your fingers and hope it works out.
Yeah, right. I would like to see her and Britt go at it though. I think that'd be an awesome program.
Is anybody else excited for the New Japan Forbidden Door?
I think
Like,
cool. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. But I was looking at the Avs schedule, and Game 6 is on Sunday night of that pay-per-view. So it's like, what am I gonna do?
Is it this Sunday?
No, it's next Sunday.
Okay. I was like, wow.
So hopefully the Avs win it in 5 games or less.
What?
Oh, Melissa talking crap on Brandy. I like it.
Oh, is she?
So here's a little thing. So I have a little theory on why Cody started getting booed in AEW. Coincidentally, that happened as soon as the reality show debuted. And that show was so terrible. They have no chemistry, and Brandy comes off as a total and utter bitch. And I think Cody got booed because they didn't like him being with her.
Yeah. And I hate to say that, but I agree with you. Like it's one of those things where like she really does. She doesn't come off well at all.
No, she doesn't.
So
Even in every interview I've heard her in, she's just very egotistical and just unbearable. I can't.
yeah, so she comes off like an asshole, and then she's just like she acts like an asshole and comes off like an asshole, and then she's like, well, why doesn't anyone like me?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
It's because you're an asshole.
They wanted so bad to be Miz and Mrs. But the thing about Miz and Maurice is they're likable and they have great chemistry, and it's such a fun show to watch. And that Rose at the Top was the complete opposite. It was so garbage.
Oh, look at Christina Taylor. Heck yeah, let's do this. She's even got the abs on her profile pic. I'm
Look,
all good with this.
There you go. You found another fan.
I tell you, I'm gonna have to see if I follow her already. If not, she's getting a follow.
Lightning, baby.
Oh, the Lightning. But only people in Florida are rooting for the Lightning right now.
Listen, bro. Okay, if you're not a Bucks fan, you're a Lightning fan. Believe that. It's either you're gonna be two out of the three. You're gonna either be a Bucks and a Lightning fan or a Lightning and a Rays fan. You're not gonna be all three. Very, very few people are all three.
See, and like in Colorado, like there's plenty of people who aren't Bronco fans, plenty of people who aren't Rocky fans. The one thing everyone in Colorado could agree with is, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that, Ryan.
I didn't know that.
I didn't put it together. I should have.
Well, you know now.
snap.
You know now.
Okay.
You
Hey,
know
wait, hold
now.
on. Is she a Boston fan of something?
Yeah, she's from Boston.
My father-in-law's from Boston.
So she likes the Sox. That's what you said, right, Ryan?
Yeah, she loves the Red Sox and she loves and adores the Bruins.
See, you married a good one, Ryan. She's got good taste
And
in
She's
football and
not
baseball.
she's not a basketball fan, but she likes Boston.
Okay.
She don't follow basketball like I do. So I follow all sports, all four sports, all four of them.
Melissa giving a love to AJ Mendez. I like it.
Yeah. I keep waiting for her to pop up in AEW.
bet.
Maybe one of these days.
I don't think she will. She's health-wise, she's too jacked up.
And she's associated with WoW, that
Yeah,
new women's
she
promotion
does.
with Jeannie Buss.
Yeah, she's helping produce it. Yeah.
Oh, your wife's a Pats
Oh, she's a
Aw.
Pats fan?
She's from
Aw.
Boston. Hello, she's from
Oh
Boston.
man! Oh no!
Who's
Do
her?
you have to- Do you have to hear the Tom Brady love?
No, because she didn't care about Tom Brady. She didn't care about him. All she liked was she really liked Edelman. She liked Edelman a lot. Edelman, but she never liked Tom Brady. She only liked him because he was on the Patriots. That's the only reason why she liked him.
So what's her feelings about Mac Jones?
Ask her.
I want to know who her favorite Wahlberg brother is. Is it
I
Marky
think-
Mark or Donnie?
I think it might be the one that cooks, not Donnie,
Yeah,
not
Donnie?
Mark, the other one.
Oh, okay.
The one that cooks. The one that
Yeah.
cooks.
You know what? Now you talking about Wahlberg and stuff. You make me want to go down to Orlando just to go to their restaurant this weekend.
Yeah, Wahlburgers.
Yeah,
I've never had Wahlburger.
never had it, dude. And I be in Orlando all the time.
Donnie. Yeah, Donnie is my favorite. She said.
You know what's good?
On my side, my
I've been
text
craving
message.
it. You ever have that? I can't remember the name of the restaurant. It's a fast food place, but it's Guy Fieri's, and it's like chicken strips, and it's at downtown Disney.
Mm.
I can't think of the name of it, but it's good. It's good stuff.
Dude, I just seen it last weekend, 2 weekends ago. I think I can't even think of the name, but I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Actually, man, I need to get me some season passes, man, just to go downtown Disney.
I thought downtown
Yeah,
Disney was
sure.
free.
No, because what it is I don't like to just travel like that without
Oh,
having
okay.
something
You
to
gotta
do.
make it
So,
worth it, huh?
right. So if I can get me some Universal passes
Yeah.
or some Disney passes.
You're gonna have to get Universal because Disney stopped selling passes.
I want to do Universal because I want to check out the little Simpsons or the Springfield that they have there.
That's
But-
cool.
I know
The-
Universal Hollywood is going to be bringing in Super
You're-
Mario World next
Yeah, I
year.
know it opens early next year. I'm excited about that.
That's-
Are you talking about that?
Thing ever.
Are you talking about that Simpson virtual roller coaster?
Well, they have a whole like Simpsons area too, like with Moe's Tavern and.
Well,
and,
yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
the one in-
I
the
wanted to
one
do
in-
that so bad.
dude, that roller coaster is sick, bro.
The one in Hollywood's better. The Simpsons Land.
I keep hearing that a lot.
It's the one in Hollywood's really cool. It's more themed.
Hey, Matt,
Chicken
got a
guy.
question for you.
Chicken Guy Math. That's the name of that restaurant. Christina
What's that
came
now?
with the knowledge.
And Mav was asking. She was
Then we
asking a
get some
question,
draft
Mav.
picks for the death like last year with Griffith. Griffith. Who is she talking about?
I don't know. I've seen it before. I wonder about your name, so I popped up on her so we could look at it.
I mean, I guess it all really depends on the moves we make as far as like cuts. When it comes down to cutting down to the 53, because I mean, this year was just a weird kind of draft, but it also felt right for the 49ers because they didn't move, they didn't trade, they didn't do anything. They just kept all their draft picks. So how many they got next year? I don't even know.
Here you go, Mav. That's what she's talking about.
Oh, the middle linebacker, Jonas.
Yeah, Jonas Griffith. He was one of the cutties.
So do I think we get
I like
some draft picks?
I like Jonas Griffith. I did.
He got us a 6th rounder for what, last year?
I don't know about what we got for him, though. I don't know about that.
No, that's what she's
got rid
saying.
of him. Yeah,
No, that's what she's saying. It got us a 6th rounder from last year. I don't know. It really comes down to who we have on that 53. Honestly, in my honest opinion, because we might not even go into the draft next year with any kind of draft picks. Might just have like 4. Who knows?
Come on.
Yeah, undrafted got us a 6th round pick. Damn. Yeah, I'm really puzzled on that question. Like, I really can't tell you on that one. Mike, you have any idea, TJ?
I think there's
GM
probably
Mike,
potential
TJ?
to get a late round pick for some of these guys.
I mean, I guess Jimmy would be the bigger puzzle right now, right? We'll have to wait to see what happens to him first. Do we cut him? Do we actually get a pick for him?
Even if we cut him, I think we get a pick for him. We get a late round pick.
Yeah, we get a pick for McDaniels because he's half black. I think.
I think we're already getting 4 compensatory because of people we've lost. I think we're probably going to be in about the same situation next year as we were this year with draft picks.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna have that many next year, though. Let me look this up real quick.
Yeah, I don't know about that, about having the same amount though. If we have all these guys, I don't know about draft picks we're gonna have next year. How many we're gonna have?
What is it, 2022 or 2023?
2023.
Is it even on here?
So since Golden State Warriors, congratulations to you guys for winning your 4th title. Pray to God that gives us, the 49ers, all the 49er faithful, hopefully gives us hype win this year's Super Bowl for our 6th. Pray to God it happens.
It will. Yeah, we're projected to get 4.
So, yeah, I see that.
So that's 4 already, plus whatever we're going to have. So, yeah, I think it's probably going to be about equal to how many picks we have this year.
Okay, so I see the McDaniels trade up here. We traded the 2021st to Trey Lance, 2021st for Micah Parsons, 2022 for Cole Strange, and 2022 round for Channing Title. And the 2023 first round pick. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
It's too early. We'll know more next.
Yeah.
TJ had to run. So TJ had to run. So
yeah,
it's all good.
I'm gonna have to start. I have to get out here.
Got you,
Yeah.
Mikey.
I
You
mean,
can
so
have man.
so far right now, I only see let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 7. Oh, I guess we got a trade for the Jets too.
Yeah,
But it's
Mikey left too.
yeah,
Mikey
it's
left.
unconfirmed. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so jeez.
2023 6th-round pick. It's unconfirmed if the 49ers, Giants, or the Saints pick. Yeah, it's way too early for me to think about that.
Yeah, I mean, the friggin' training camp didn't start yet, so that's why I say we have all year to figure that out. How many picks we'll have next year, you know?
Well, I mean, on here I'm seeing Jonas Griffin. They gave us a 7th round for him, and then we got a 6th round for Charles Omenihu. And there's nothing for 4th and 5th round. And
They're both for 2023, right?
Yeah, so far we
Okay.
got just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 picks. That's all I see here.
5 picks, huh? That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't think we'll have that many next year. If we have all these guys and we put them on, all depends who's got what left on their contracts. If it comes down to like 1-year contracts, then we'll do like we always do. Do 1-year contracts like we always do.
Even so, we didn't really do much this year. So I feel like if we get up to like 13 draft picks, we'll end up trading half of them or more.
Oh yeah. All depends what happens with Jimmy too. If Jimmy goes, if he does, you know, whatever we get from him, if there is a pick or not.
Right.
So, I mean, it's all good. And plus Bosa and Debo got to get paid. Hopefully, whatever they get their extension.
No, that's gonna get handled.
Yeah, I know. They probably won't ride Debo till probably next off season because he's got 1 more year left on his, so he's all good for now.
But yeah, I guess I'll wait for the cut down for the 53.
No problem.
On that note, it was
problem.
fun. I'm gonna head on out too. Got an early
As
day
always.
in the morning.
As always, man. Catch you later, man. Later on, man. Later.
Melissa, Christina, y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all follow.
No problem, man. I got you.
All right. Be safe, brother.
Later, man. Peace, man. Peace safe. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, people. And that was the show, like I always say. So, first of all, in the comments, I want to thank Melissa. Thank you, girl, for coming here and doing your thing. You know your football knowledge. We love you for it. And of course, my beautiful wife, you know, Christina Taylor, for coming here. Talk about her Boston stuff. So, yeah, basically, I know, shout out to Breezy's. I know he's a big Boston Celtics fan. Shout out to him. Sorry, man. And so, hopefully that gives us 49ers faithful a boost this year to go out and get the 6 for us. So hopefully that gives us the chance to get that friggin' championship we always wanted, you know? So basically on that note, I'm going to do my thing like I always do. All right. I want to thank you very much for watching the Red and Gold 24/7. And of course, I want to thank my crew. Thank the fellas for coming here and doing their thing. All right. And I call them talking about Money Mav, Coach Ron. Everybody wants to be like Mike, aka GM Mikey. See, I got it right that time. And of course, Drewski for coming here. I know he had some things to do before he came on, but I'm glad you come on there on your phone, man. All right. And then and of course I want to thank TJ coming here to do his thing. So I want to thank you all very much. So I'm gonna do my plug real quick. Go to Mav, the Convo with Mav and Cato. That's his Twitter handle. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, Tuesday nights on YouTube, IG. All right. And of course, Coach Ron on That Narrow Life. That's a Twitter handle. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Monday nights on YouTube and Twitter. And of course, coming soon, Bias D. Can't wait for it though, man. Can't wait for he gets that going. That'd be another show for us to go on and do our stuff, you know. So I'll be very proud of him for doing that. All of us will, you know. And of course, give a shout out to the 49er Faithful UK. Paul Hope, that's his Twitter handle. Of course, Club 85. And of course, number last, Nick Cork, Shine Club NFL. That's his Twitter handle. And you can follow them on Saturday. He always does. He hasn't done them in a while, so hopefully he'll be back this weekend for one. Hope he does. But if not, it's all good. We'll see him when he comes back then. 14:30 p.m. UK time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and then, of course, 6:30 a.m. Pacific on Saturdays, all right, on YouTube. All right? So that was the show. And, of course, I'm going to go out like I always do. I know 4 of you still watching. And I want to thank you guys for sticking there the whole show. And then, you know, we'll see when we see it. Hopefully, we're back either Saturday or Sunday with the Faithful Empire. All right. And hopefully, we'll have a new newcomer coming in. He's going to be a newcomer. All right. His name is Gavin. He's from the UK. So hopefully, we'll have the whole crew in there. That way, we'll get everything going for this weekend. It'll be a fun time. Can't wait for him to come in here. Introduce him. He's going to be part of the crew. All right. So we'll see when we see it. And of course, I'm going to give a shout out to Nick Welsh and of course, Paul. All right. We'll see what you guys see. All right. Keep the faith. Never lose hope, guys. We're out here. Peace.
Yeah.